My friends, it isn't just the fans who are unhappy with the direction that Amazon has gone with their woke crap when it comes to Rings of Power. It looks like some of the actual actors that were involved in the making of one of the greatest movie trilogies of all time, the Lord of the Rings films by Peter Jackson, are also not happy with a lot of the things that they have done. And Bernard Hill, who played King Theoden in the trilogy, is not happy and is completely bashing Rings of Power in this absolutely epic takedown. So let's get right into this and see what he has to say here. The Lord of the Rings actor trashes Prime Video's The Rings of Power, claims it is not like the real thing. Lord of the Rings actor Bernard Hill, who played King Theoden in Peter Jackson's film adaptation of J.R.R. Tolkien's novels, trashed Prime Video and Amazon Studios' The Rings of Power production. Hill spoke with British outlet Metro, where he made it abundantly clear he has no interest in watching Prime Video's The Rings of Power. He told the outlet, "No, not interested." Hill was then asked if Tolkien's work would have been better left to Jackson's original trilogy. He responded, "Completely, yes." He went on, "I think they were pushing it when they made The Hobbit. The Hobbit's a tiny book." And I completely agree with that, actually. I think that Warner Brothers made a lot of very horrible creative decisions when it came to The Hobbit. I think it should have been just 2 films like Peter Jackson was originally wanting to do. I think that they completely stretched it out way more than they needed to, but that's all for another video. Hill did go on to praise Jackson's adaptation of The Hobbit into a film trilogy. They did it well. They did it really, really well. They expanded it, but I think you can only stretch a piece of elastic so far. I think they managed it in The Hobbit because there were some really good things in The Hobbit without a doubt. And I agree there are some good things in it, but there's a lot of things in The Hobbit trilogy that I do not like as well. Hill isn't the only one to question Prime Video's The Rings of Power series. Viggo Mortensen, who played Aragorn in Jackson's Lord of the Rings trilogy, was asked about The Rings of Power back in May before the series premiered in Prime Video. When asked if he's planning on watching, Mortensen stated, "What is that? The TV thing? It is with Apple or something?" I thought to be the most expensive TV series ever made. Mortensen responded, "Oh yeah, all right, yeah, I'll watch it." But of course, however, he then questioned, "But do you know what source material they're using? What were they allowed to use?" After being informed that the show would feature Isildur and would be taking place thousands of years prior to the War of the Ring, Mortensen did indicate he would watch. "Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it'll be fun to see," which I can only imagine that he's probably just, face-palming himself after watching the absolute trash that it turned out to be. Everything about Rings of Power is garbage, okay? And you're just not living in reality if you cannot admit that. Everything compared even to the Lord of the Rings trilogy from Peter Jackson is crap. The costumes, the set designs, the props, the story, obviously, everything is just a lower grade quality than what Peter Jackson was able to accomplish with Lord of the Rings. As for Hill's comments about the series, not like the real thing, he couldn't have said it any better. The show is anything but an adaptation of Tolkien's writings about the Second Age. So this just goes to show, and even Amazon has admitted it at this point. Amazon has come out and said things like, "Oh, yeah, well, you guys remember that absolutely horrendous show that we gave you with the first season of Rings of Power? Don't worry. The second season is going to be amazing. You guys are going to love it. It's going to be the season that you guys have been wanting this entire time." It's so ridiculous. These people are so insane. And it's going to be interesting to see what actually turns out with all this, because in my opinion, I think that Amazon should completely just shut down this entire thing and start over from ground zero with another show that actually is going to be honoring the material of Lord of the Rings. They should bring back Tom Shippey. They should bring back some of these people that were originally supposed to be involved with the show to make it an actual good show that honored Tolkien. So with that being said, let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.